three white men are making millions off of the black community. And I'm the problem. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So the other day I made a video and I reacted to someone else. And that video is one of many videos where I received a whole bunch of hate. I was told I'm Mexican. Go talk about mariachis. That's not racist at all. I was told mind my own business. I was told that I wasn't told. It was said that that video said something that I've been wanting to say. I have my own mouth. I can say whatever I want. It was said that I'm Mexican, so I shouldn't be doing this and I shouldn't be doing... You know, it's funny to me how this video here is about three white dudes. And I don't do this whole let's go based off of race thing. But, you know, unfortunately, I hear this term white devil a lot. But they flock to him. I went and I looked at these three platforms that are very successful. And I want to say off the top, shout out to 1090 Jake. 1090 Jake doesn't do what the other two do. The other two ask questions that I think will lead people and have led people to incarceration. However, I do have to, in order for this to be correct, I'm just going to speak my mind, right? So I looked at these three platforms, pretty much the three biggest platforms in hip hop. And not one of them is of hip hop. See, I get told, and I grew up with hip hop. See, I was born before hip hop. So I trip out when these youngsters tell me that I don't know nothing about hip hop and they're like 35, 40. And I'm like, what? You were born after hip hop. I was born before it. Hip hop has been the soundtrack of my life. But getting back to what I was saying. So I get told that I don't know nothing and I shouldn't be speaking on it. And yet these three get a pass. These three are huge, very successful. Congratulations on your success. And then I went over and looked at a couple of the black platforms that I think are really good platforms. Cartoon 5 Train and Damian Porter's channel. And look at the contrast. Look at the contrast between No Jumper, Vlad TV, and End of Sentence. 1090 Jake, and then look at Cartoon 5 Trey, and look at Damian Porter. Look at the subscribers. People that are from the community get hated by others in the community because they're from the community. People from outside of the community, but they cannot be a Mexican from Southern California. They will never succeed in that community if they are a Mexican from Southern California, because other people from within that community will say that guy's racist because he's a Mexican from Southern California. We're neighbors. We grew up together. But anyways, so a guy from the East Coast, a DJ, I don't know where Vlad's from, and another guy from who knows where, it's okay. They are welcome with open arms. The content that I make, whenever I do delve into those topics, I have never gotten anyone arrested. I have never caused any harm in the black community because of content. I have never caused any violence. But those three platforms, again, super successful. One of them's platform is to expose black men, expose black rappers, black men for violence. What happens when they expose these men? And the black community is okay with this. Someone from outside of their community exposing their own. That's that family's business. The other two have made a living off of creating tension within the black community with the questions, the guests that they have, and then the questions that they ask. And that's okay. People have been incarcerated. People have lost their lives being on these platforms, especially No Jumper. There's been so much drama. And what's a trip is, look at how many subscribers Vlad and No Jumper have. And then look at the views. Their platforms seem to be failing. I can't really say as much. I think No Jumper is the one failing. Vlad is just, he will talk to somebody for 7 minutes and make 7 videos out of it. And so it seems like he's not getting a lot of views, but when you stack up the views for the day, he's doing all right. 1090 Jake is doing amazing. Every 3 or 4 days, he's getting a million a million views. I just find it very odd, very interesting, but not surprising that probably the most authentic platforms for the black community aren't getting subscribers. Cartoon's getting close to 100,000. Congratulations. Him and Damien should be over 100,000, excuse me. They should be getting the views that End of Sentence gets. But see, they speak on their experiences, their life experiences. They're not exposing people. They're not putting people in harm's way and creating drama. And so people are like, we like it, but we love that. We have No Jumper. And when I look at the cast of No Jumper, it's a cast of whodunits. Nobody knows who they are. I think when we look at, I'll give an example, Lush. We look at Lush, and Lush is on No Jumper, and Lush gets off No Jumper and does his own podcast and gets maybe a couple thousand views. Brick Baby, Sharp, they get off of No Jumper and they try to do their own thing, and it's pathetic. Flock was the only one they have there that could actually leave No Jumper and still be making a lot of money. I think, and here's the thing too. These platforms, again, I got to go back to No Jumper. No Jumper said Adam said he's in an interview once about a year ago that he makes $4 million a month. $4 million a month. What is he paying the people that he has on there? What is he paying them? A few hundred. And yet he's putting them in harm's way. Look at what he did with AD. Adam was scared to death when American Cholo and a bunch of people pulled up. Nowhere to be found. AD was right there. And AD shook hands and it was a respectful thing. He left the black man there to deal with him. And everything came out fine. And what happened right after that? He's bad-mouthing AD. He didn't like the outcome of it all. He would have preferred that something happened because it would have been great for views. No Jumper would have exploded. People would have came flocking. But instead, it was peace. There was communication. That was bad for business. I think that was the problem. He was jealous. He was jealous of the respect that AD has and had at the time, had garnered from the raza at that time. So when I hear people tell me, or when I see in the comments people talking about Dubs shouldn't be talking about this and shouldn't be talking about that, I show respect. And I've said for years on this platform that I wish there was a better understanding amongst the two communities. But see, there's a small group of racists on both sides, both, that are gonna keep fighting against it. And their voices are the loudest because they're the ones banging away on the keyboards, banging away in the text messages, banging away in the comment section. And you'll see those same exact names praising Vlad and Adam and Jake. It's a trip. It's mind-boggling, but it's not surprising. Crabs in a bucket, man. The crabs in a bucket mentality. You'd rather be stuck in the same place laughing at your neighbor's misery than saying, hey, man, why don't we link up and run this shit? People, I guess, enjoy, it's comfortable. Misery is comfortable because you know what it is. You're used to it. You do it every day. Change is always hard because it's scary for a lot of people. What's on the other side of that change? Something great. But people are afraid to make that step because you have to stumble along the way. And people don't want to look bad. So I will continue doing my content how I see fit, showing respect to everyone I do content about. Do I clown now and then? Absolutely, I clown. That's what people do. But I'm always respectful. And people will continue to hate on me, and that's fine. I'm not your cup of tea. But why not just tap those 3 dots, not interested, and you never see me again? Stay supporting those other channels, but what you really should be doing is supporting your own. Weird, right? Anyways, that's my video for today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out of here.